Among the different ways of managing landscapes, there's one specifically suited to tropical coasts. It's called the ridge-to-reef approach, and it simultaneously addresses terrestrial and marine ecosystems. From land to the sea, these ecosystems are interconnected, from the forested ridge through the farmed slopes to the lowland forest strip, onto the mangroves, the seagrass beds, and the reef. We will use the Kenya Coastal Development Project to illustrate how the ridge-to-reef approach can help manage the landscape. But why is the project needed? What are the problems?
In Kenya today, the coastal region is actually considered the poorest of all the regions.
Infrastructure is coming up. We have mining, large-scale farming, and these are becoming threats to the marine environment in terms of runoff, of sedimentation.
Inland degradation affects land users, and it also impacts on marine ecosystems. Fish stocks suffer, and this increases poverty amongst coastal communities. In this Kenyan case, 7 government agencies have formed a project platform to coordinate management of marine and inland resources. Let's see how the project addresses the different elements of the landscape at the same time. Starting on the inland ridge. The Shimba Hills National Reserve is home to Kenya's only population of sable antelope. The project works together with the Kenyan Wildlife Service to protect the park, ensuring that the rich indigenous vegetation continues to deliver vital ecosystem services, especially water. On the slopes below, an important function of the landscape is food production. But better farming practices are needed for more reliable crop production and to reduce soil erosion at the same time. The coastal zone has lost most of its forests, so the project supports plantations. It also protects riverbanks with trees to reduce sediment flowing down to the marine ecosystems. Communities are key to implementation. The Mzitu Women's Group, for example, is being assisted to establish a tree nursery. They sell seedlings, but members plant trees at home too.
After planting the casuarina and baobab, I saw that my farm became more fertile. These trees are not bad. They're good for the farm.
On the coast, mangrove forests provide multiple ecosystem services. They form a buffer between the sea and the land. Sediment from inland is captured, and they act as breeding grounds for fish, while increasing the coast's resilience to climate change. But the mangroves are becoming degraded. So, supported by the project, the Commensum community is carefully and systematically re-establishing the mangrove forest in their area. Seaweed farming also brings benefits. But to maintain profits, communities realize the role of a healthy environment.
So the area where we grow the seaweed needs to be clean, since there are creatures there like dolphins and sea turtles. Those creatures need clean waters. We must sensitize communities on cleanliness, not to throw rubbish and nylon lines into the sea.
Malailon kwenye maji.
Finally, to the reef, a unique element of the coastal landscape. The Wasini Coral Reef Restoration Initiative is being supported in coral culture. Already the reef is being revitalized after transplants. Coral is the source of livelihoods for the community. It brings fish, and fish attract tourists. And the reef protects the coast from sea currents and surges. That's doubly important with a changing climate. Following the transect from the ridge to the reef, the elements are all interconnected. And all have an impact, one way or another, on the landscape's resources and the livelihoods of local communities. The Principal Secretary is optimistic.
And I think KCNDP has prepared the coast region of Kenya for this type of approach. And I think we need to support it. There are good lessons there that we need to pick and take to the next level.